Welcome. I want to talk about creating self-reflection systems. Um, Before I do that, I want to talk about my structure of my practice routines because, I noticed previously that I really tried to always push it to 10 minutes. That wasn't even explicit, that was just happening implicitly because I've noticed that when I try to speak longer, just more wise stuff comes out if I just keep talking. And a lot of times that's the case where I'll just discover unknown ground. But one thing I need to notice and really try to hit is the trying to be as concise as possible, but still allowing myself to go long enough such that I can still hit that, things that are those extra insights that I would mine just from doing the act of speaking right now. But yeah, I got to find that balance. Anyways, let's talk about creating self-reflection video systems. So this is very important. I think when you want to skyrocket your own personal development and your own growth, your own productivity, your own progress, you want to create systems such that you can self-reflect. I was thinking about this when I was thinking about my pickup reports. So for me, like my game reports where I document my process of going out and practicing socialization. And I'm thinking here like it's a whole lot more motivating to continually go out and continually practice socialization when it's really difficult, when you make each instance a session, and then once I finish that session, right, I come home, I do a voice recording just talking about the report. I mean, like I make a report on what happened, right? And I talk about what I learned, what I want to focus on, what I think I did right, what I think I did wrong, good, funny moments, stuff like that. And those are moments of self-reflection. And those are really great because that allows me to quickly let go of whatever happened that night. It's like writing it down so you can forget about it. And so the first thing I would talk about is, so that's one thing, like creating voice notes. And then later, what I would do is I'd upload those voice notes to a Google Drive. And I would also listen to those voice notes at like a 2x speed. And I would just quickly listen to it once more. And I would, in my commonplace book, have a document where I create bullet points on the most important points. And then I would just not need to listen to that piece of content again. And then that accelerates my learning like crazy. That self-reflection process accelerates my learning like crazy such that I can accelerate my game way faster than anybody else because I'm basically through every night I go out, I am constantly redirecting such that I'm honing in on that. I'm honing in on that on my goal or on my goals, which is to become good at socialization. That's actually the big goal. Actually, over getting laid is just learning how to become fucking proficient with socialization. That's literally the main goal. And so that includes being able to be charismatic enough to pull women home and all that shit. But yeah. What else? So that's one self-reflection system I have created for myself, and that has massively skyrocketed my growth because I'm constantly like a homing missile. The way a homing missile finds its target is it doesn't just like somehow intelligently like go towards its target. It makes thousands of little micro corrections to get to its goal. And so what I'm doing, our cybernetic system that we are equipped with, that is our consciousness, our minds, our brains, I am using this self-reflection to constantly correct my trajectory. So very useful. And another example here, is right now with my speaking routine. So first was audio, and then like going through it and like writing down the key points. Second here is video. So sometimes I'll have an insight like this one, which is creating self-reflection systems. And I'll be like, oh man, that's a good insight. But I want that insight to stick harder. I want the insight to be applied now such that I can really fucking get it into my life right now. I want to get working for me. So then now I'm creating a practice routine right now so I can get you on board. And you is me. But it's also other people, because I'll share it with other people as well. And so just me explaining it, teaching it, is solidifying it in my mind even more, because to explain something, I have to build a case for it such that I can even sell the idea to you. And when I sell the idea to you, I am simultaneously selling it to myself, because it has to sound good in my mind such that I'll even fucking say it. So I'm making it sound good so it really sinks in to my memory. All right, so recordings like this one, that's a really great self-reflection system. And if I really want to, I can also go back and look at this video here and take notes on it, right? So there's that as well. Okay, another thing is, another technique is journaling, right? So daily journaling, I did tons of this. I did what was called bone writing, and I did that several times, and I filled like this much, paper, like front to back, in just like writing, no double space, like single space, bone writing down the bones. Okay, look at Writing Down the Bones by Natalie Goldberg if you want to get really fucking deep on it. And basically, so I did that, and what it allowed me to do, I would always write about my thoughts, and then my thoughts would have been combed through and straightened out such that I have such increased clarity. And that was a self-reflection system, because what I ended up doing when I was really bone writing every single day was I would run every single morning for 4 kilometers, and I would write about the motivation behind it, and I would start writing motivational stuff because I was in that state of consciousness of being motivated. So that was my way of self-reflecting, and I was constantly building a case for myself. Like, why should I keep being greater? Why should I keep going? Why should I even run today? Why should I run tomorrow? And I was self-reflecting and building a case and going, writing and again, rewiring my mind and reinforcing what I wanted to believe. And so this was a really powerful self-reflection system. And there's all kinds of journaling systems. That's just one, right, with the writing down the bones. There's also desire journaling. And then, there's all kinds. And there's just journaling, just writing your own thoughts and stuff like that, right? So, and there's all kinds of journaling techniques. You can look up all the fancy journaling techniques out there. I remember... his name escapes me, but doesn't even fucking matter. Look at some random fucking, Tim Ferriss guy and look for his journaling exercises, and those are great. But just look online, find some journaling exercises, find the one that speaks to you. You can use journaling as a great tool to self-reflect, and that will fucking really get you going, okay? That'll really get yourself, your personal development skyrocketed. Another thing, I want to talk about one more thing about journaling is the self-authoring program. That's a useful thing as well. Another thing is writing down and dumping your thoughts. So for me, I fucking dump my thoughts all day, every day. When I'm writing my book, I'll fucking open a new internet tab. I will write down what I'm thinking, and then I'll hit search. And with that, that just saves it such that I can look at it later. That's one very fucking simple way that I write down my thoughts all the time. You know, to-do lists, things I want to research, fucking ideas, things I want to remember, quotes I want to remember, that kind of shit. I also, on my phone, I have like fucking like, see in the center there, that rectangle in the center, that is a sticky note widget on my phone that will allow me to like I'll just write notes in there, and that allows me to just like dump the fucking idea, and then I'm done with it. Because for me, when I have an idea, like I get so attached to it that I have to just fucking write it down and let it out. And so for me, that's a great system. And then one thing I do like every month or so, or whenever I feel like it, I will copy all this shit and then paste it in like one, like an Evernote or a Google document, and then I'll go through it, and then I'll organize it like to-do lists, quotes, things to look into, blah blah blah. Like you make your own organization systems, and then that just allows me to go through those thoughts again, and then I'll be able to capture those. This system here allows me to capture like all those things like from those fleeting thoughts, because a lot of like really fucking good insights that will change your life are things that are come in the forms of thoughts that are fleeting. And so being able to capture it and boom, I'm going to write it down, and then like reflecting on it later and then seeing how important it is then is a really great way to self-reflect and organize yourself and organize your information. That's another thing too, is like sometimes something will seem important. That's one thing I've noticed. Sometimes something will seem important, but then you look at it a month later and it's like, yeah, this wasn't important at all. I was just totally obsessed with it. So there's that aspect too. It's like a filter to filter yourself through the good ideas and the bad ideas by giving that idea time to see if it still holds water, right? So that is a very good technique that I also employ to organize my ideas. And then I think there's one more. And yeah, so the last one is very simple. And it is the self-reflection in your mind, right? So how much are you actually just genuinely introspecting? I want to point you to Leo's video on developing introspection, and also Leo Guras' video on real philosophy. I think those are, both really good videos, and also, Contemplation. His 2 videos on Contemplation there. And yeah, I think those will really explain what I'm trying to get at here. But, just reflecting throughout the day, instead of listening to some music that's distracting you, fucking pause the music and think about that thing that's pressing on your mind. Let it process, right? Have some sort of feedback system such that you can grow and like let the fucking jumbledness in your mind get combed out and smoothed out properly, right? So there's that. And I think one more that I've just thought of, I'm going to write down here as well, is the last one is the talking to other people. Just simply just talking to other people about it, making a phone call, right? This is a great way to self-reflect as well, because, just talking to someone about it, not only you're actually explicitizing it through your words, like I am doing with this practice routine, but you're also going to be able to get emotional support if you got that, and as well you can get another perspective, right? So, yeah, that's about it. And that was me going quick, and I'm at 15 minutes almost, so that's crazy. But yeah, that's something I feel like I really need to speak on. Really create your self-reflection systems. Get this shit going for you, and you'll start to focus more and more on the right things. And that's the most important thing here, is finding ways to accelerate your progress. And one of the ways is developing so much fucking clarity. And this is one of the systems that's going to get you that clarity, is by creating systems of self-reflection. So look at all those points, get those working for you. Consider even doing practice routines like this, because holy fuck, it really strengthens my ideas in my mind, and it really gets these insights working for me in my life, and it really helps me apply it in every single day. And when I write about it and like think about it and mull over it, that's a word, I'm able to tangibly create a vision in my mind of how I'm going to use this next insight. So really fucking consider using this shit, because holy fuck, it has helped me a fuck ton. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.